Continuing coverage after a man had been arrested in connection to the New Year's Day triple homicide at a gas station in State Line, Mississippi. Drexler Johnson was arrested this morning and charged with accessory after the fact, according to the Greene County Sheriff. Our Ashlyn Mitchell is in State Line. Ashlyn, is Johnson the gunman they've been looking for?
Lenise, the sheriff says he can't answer that question right now, and it's unclear as to what Johnson's alleged connection is to the brazen crime that happened just feet away from me here at the Clark's gas station on St. Peter Street in State Line. But this is what we do know. Investigators say they won't stop fighting for justice for all three victims. Now, deputies say the masked gunman was waiting outside the back of the building for the gas station to open on New Year's Day, then went inside, robbed the station, and shot the clerk, a customer, and killed another person outside the store. The victims were identified as Rhonda Denson, Lester Campbell, and Jason Thornton. The sheriff's office says they recovered a stolen vehicle 4 miles down the road off Highway 42, but the suspect was nowhere in sight. Now, on our way to State Line earlier today, we noticed a large law enforcement presence at the intersection of Highway 57 and the Highway 45 shortcut. We saw several deputies briefly stopping every car as they passed through that area, which was about a mile from the Clark's gas station where we are now. Now, deputies wouldn't say if this is connected to the ongoing investigation. Rewards for information have leading to the suspect's arrest have climbed to $100,000 provided by several groups in this area. Now, after spending some time out here today, it's a tragedy that's rocked the tight-knit community of Greene County. People we spoke to earlier say while they are glad there has been an arrest, they won't be able to rest easy until they know the person who pulled the trigger is behind bars. Now, a first-degree murder charge for Johnson in a separate case was dropped this past summer when a judge determined there was not sufficient evidence. If you want to learn more about that case, you can head on over to fox10tv.com. But for now, reporting live in State Line, Ashlyn Mitchell, Fox 10 News.
All right, Ashlyn, and yes, Fox 10 News Investigates is uncovering more information about Johnson's criminal history. He was charged with first-degree murder this past summer. During a preliminary hearing, the charges were dropped. The judge citing, as Ashlyn mentioned, not enough evidence in the case. At the time, Johnson was accused in the death of John Harris Walker Jr. The judge said even though the charges were dropped, the case could still be brought before a grand jury for further prosecution. Prior to that, Johnson spent close to a decade in the Mississippi Department of Corrections system for stealing guns and other weapons from a Waynesboro drugstore.